That was, it was like any other day. It was late one night that I went out on my motorbike and I took a corner too fast or too late. The bike hit the gutter. I went up on the nature strip and there was a big hole. The front wheel hit that. I went over the handlebars and head first into a tree where I shattered the 5th vertebrae in my neck. The next thing I knew, I was lying beside the bike and I couldn't move and I could barely breathe and I felt as though I was suffocating. I don't think I didn't understand what had happened to me. I consciously knew that I had a really serious accident. I'd broken my neck. I was a quadriplegic, but I had no idea what that meant. I was still 6'3" and bulletproof, and I could do anything physically. That was until I went to the rehab ward. The nurse just wheeled me into this room, and she left me there, just facing this pale blue wall. It's funny because as I sat there, it suddenly dawned on me I couldn't do anything except, sit there and stare at this wall. I have high-level quadriplegia. I basically have about 6% of my physical body working. And what that means is that I can't move anything from my armpits down. I have no finger function at all. All I can do is that. Can't lift them up the other way. I have biceps, muscles here, so I can do this. But no, I have no triceps, the muscles on the back, so if I put my arm up in the air, it falls on my head. I was this 20-year-old guy that was used to going out with mates, getting drunk, having a great time, and suddenly, my mum, my dad and my sisters had to put me in the bed at night. If I had one wish, I just wished I could get myself out of the chair in the bed, just to get a fraction of independence, just so I didn't have to rely on people anywhere near as much. At the time, it just seemed absolutely impossible. I think I got so fed up with having to rely on people, and I had to give it a go. I had to at least try and just see what I could do. The only way I could even contemplate attempting it was just breaking this massive, impossible goal down to a whole series of smaller, achievable goals. I first work out how to get my legs up on the bed, and then how to get my bum forward in the chair, and how to move across. And after 2 years of struggling, I finally achieved my impossible goal. It flicked this switch, and suddenly I didn't have any obstacles anymore. And I realised that I was only limited by what I thought I could do. If you say you can't do something, well, you're probably never going to. But if you say maybe, just maybe, and you give it a go, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities for you. I suppose for me, that was really the turning point in my life. Ever since I was a kid, when you look up in the sky and you see a plane, going by, I've wanted to fly. When I had my accident, I never thought that was ever going to be a possibility. I was actually at the 2005 air show here in Melbourne, and I saw this aircraft, thought, that's it. I've got to do it. I've got to give it a go.
The man you're about to meet is a true inspiration. 44-year-old Dave Jacker is aiming to be the first quadriplegic to fly solo around Australia.
I contacted a number of instructors, just to see if they'd teach me to fly. When you say quadriplegic, no, what? No way. Ready? 1, 2, 3, lift. For me to be able to fly, I've had to design my own modifications. So I have a tube in my mouth that I sip and puff on that to control the speed of the engine. Do the rudder instead of using my feet, use the rudder with my left hand, and steer the plane on my right. So it's sort of like tapping your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. I didn't realise that some of the biggest obstacles weren't going to be so much my disability. It's going to be actually people's attitudes.
You don't really picture the person you're going to be with forever as being in a wheelchair. David is the toughest, the most capable person I've ever met.
For me, it's freedom. My disability isn't there anymore.
It's your mind is the most important thing, and your attitude.
We can all achieve so much, Most people have no idea what their true potential is, and we're all limited by what we think we can do. I'm surprised every day with actually what I can do with my disability. I don't think I've reached the top, not yet.